Hi guys, welcome back to Cars with Mo. Today we're going to talk about sports cars that you can buy for under £1,000, £5,000 and £10,000. So for under £1,000, what car can you buy that's fairly reliable, has reasonable running costs and has good performance? Well, I have just the cars for you. So for my first car, and of course this had to be on the list, was the Mark IV Golf GTI 1.8 Turbo. These cars were an absolute game changer and were manufactured from years 1997 to 2004. They came with 180 bhp as standard, which is the same engine you get as the Mark I Audi S3, weighed just over 1200 kgs and 0 to 60 time in 8.2 seconds. It may not seem like a huge amount of power, but 20 years ago it was one of the most sought after hot hatches you can buy. They came in a 3-door and a 5-door, plenty of space in the cabin and a good sized boot. More power is easily achievable. A remap will easily get you to around 220 bhp. An uprated intercooler, exhaust and induction kit with a stage 2 map will get you to around 250 bhp, so lots of power there to be had if you wanted more. Things to look out for is rust, especially on the rear arches, sills and underside of the car. Also check for oil leaks in and around the engine bay. Also check the condition of the timing belt and if it's been changed. These should be changed every 80 to 100,000 miles or so. So now moving on to our next car, which may come as a little bit of a surprise to you guys, is the Toyota Celica Coupe. Produced from 1996 to 2006, comes with a 1.8 VVTi engine producing 140 bhp, very light, weighing just over 1100 kgs and a 0 to 60 time of around 8 seconds. They also came in a 190 bhp T-Sport model, but you won't find one of those for under £1,000 that isn't spares or repairs. The iconic design of this generation is both sleek and modern. The sporty side skirts, large spoiler and bonnet scoop gives the iconic Japanese race car look. So if you're looking for a sports car but you're on a budget, definitely look out for one of these. Most people would never know you paid less than £1,000 for this. So now let's move on to our £5,000 budget, and this is where things get a little more interesting. So to start off, we have an Audi S3 8P, and I just can't believe how much these have dropped in price over the last few years. These cars look amazing, sound amazing, cheap to run for a fast hatchback, and have huge tuning capabilities. The Audi S3 has a 2-litre TFSI engine, 265 bhp as standard, weighing just over 1400 kgs, 4-wheel drive and accelerates from 0 to 60 in just 5.7 seconds. You can get these in a 3-door or a 5-door, also known as a Sportback. Pre-facelifts can definitely be found sub £5,000, but if you look hard enough you can find the facelift version too. These come with the LED daytime running lights. The Audi S3 is more sought after depending what spec you go for. You can get a nice flat bottom steering wheel, bucket seats, heated seats, Bose stereo, pan roof and many more options. Things to look out for are cam followers. Ensures yours has been changed, otherwise it can cause serious damage to the engine. These cars sell like hotcakes, so ensure you're buying from a trusted, reputable seller and that you're able to do a full background check on this car. Our next car is the Honda Civic Type R FN2. This is a 2-litre naturally aspirated, fire-breathing dragon producing 201 bhp and accelerates 0 to 60 in just 6.6 seconds. The design is debatable amongst Type R owners, but I think these look great. The cabin is nice, they come with all the creature comforts you'd want when poodling around town and fast when you need them to be. Some people do complain about the low torque numbers, but you have to remember this is a naturally aspirated car and you have to know how to drive these things. To maximize the engine, you need to ensure you're in the right gear and revs at the right time. So now moving on to something not as popular or common, but still very special. We have the amazing BMW M135i. BMW lost their minds with this one. Basically a 1 Series with a 3-litre petrol inline 6 engine producing 260 bhp, weighing in around 1400 kilos and dashes to 60 in just 6.1 seconds. You'll get all the specs, comfort and trim of the 1 Series with an amazing engine. This car is rear wheel drive, so you can have a lot of fun in these cars. Owners generally find these models reliable and not much goes wrong. Servicing is key with this one, especially with the 3-litre engine, and ensure maintenance work has been carried out and service history is up to date. So now moving on to £10,000. What can you buy for £10,000? Well, first off, if you like the 130i, Then we'll move straight on to its bigger brother, the BMW M135i, an absolute beautiful looking car with the aggressive yet subtle looks. You'll be confused thinking you're looking at a new shape 1 Series, that's until you hear it come roaring past. Under the bonnet holds a mighty 3-litre twin power straight 6 engine producing 316 bhp, an absolute peach of an engine. Now for £10,000 you'll really struggle to find a facelift model with an auto gearbox. You're more likely to find the pre-facelift with both manual and auto boxes, or facelift with a manual box. These cars are massively tunable and wouldn't cost a lot to get to around 500 bhp. Things to look out for and to ensure is to have a full history on the car, check previous MOTs, servicing and maintenance records, check for the condition of the tyres, ensure the car drives straight and no signs of oil leaks or excessive smoke out the back. Don't go buy any model of the M135i, ensure you buy from a seller who can back up everything they say about the car. So now moving on to our next £10,000 car, we have the Audi S4 3-litre TFSI supercharged V6, producing 333 bhp and dashing to 60 in around 5 seconds. These cars were produced from 2009, 2015. They come in a manual and auto, and body styling they come in both manual and estates, otherwise known as Avance. These cars have really nice styling, and especially the S-Line model and Black Edition models, they look really sleek and nice and blends in. This is a real wolf in sheep's clothing. Again, these are highly tunable. They don't have turbos, but you can upgrade the pulleys on a supercharger and easily achieve big horsepower. I've heard good things about the 3-litre engine and they are generally very reliable. Just make sure that you are checking that the maintenance and servicing is all up to date. Right guys, so moving on to our final car in our £10,000 range, and something that's a little favourite of mine, the Subaru WRX STI Blobeye. These cars were released back in 2003, weighing in around 1300 kgs, producing around 230 bhp depending on spec, and accelerates to 60 in 6.1 seconds. You will definitely struggle to find a WRX STI in standard power, and most of them have been tuned. These cars were designed for track and rallying and are highly capable cars. I love the old school design and styling. The wing is amazing, and you can see the purpose of this car just by looking at it. These come in a manual box and the proper out-the-box driver's car. These Subarus as well as Evos have rocketed in price, but you can still find a good example of the Blobeye STI. These cars will definitely test your patience. Things can go wrong and will go wrong, so ensure you know a specialist who knows these cars well before buying. That's it for today guys. There were so many more cars I wanted to add to the list, but unfortunately they'll have to wait for another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out.